Alright, the main point of this video, seeing that it's March 3rd, 2026, basically 20 after 11, is when they came in there with, he's like out, man, with the EMTs and stuff behind in the building I'm in back here. He barely even knocked. Even not even that long. I was somewhat like half asleep but half awake kind of thing. Bringing the medical, it's like, dude, you even tried that in when I was on probation with Eileen Rickle and on one of my PO holds. You overdrugged me. You were thinking about lying and manipulating the situation, saying, "Oh, we'll bring the EMTs in for under someone else's name, but we'll treat Jamie here." Yeah, I heard it right through the concrete walls of what they're about 2.5 feet thick. You're behind the wall of, and I heard it clear as day. That's how good my hearing is. But anyways, I'm gonna get to the main point. Tony Evers, if you do not arrest these authorities in this area that are trying to set me up for Frances Habiger's murder, I'm going to elaborate details shortly here. You're just as communistic as every other individual in this whole entire modern government of ours that thinks they're above we the people, which is the government. Alright, I'm going to describe some of the details. For one, they patted me down that very night with the EMTs. What was that? Saturday night or something, or about almost a week ago. I'm going to tell you this. They absolutely purely know I've never had a weapon. They absolutely purely know I've never done drugs. So they absolutely had no reason to pat me down. But they did stop right at my pockets, where I have about 10 in each pocket, of the evidence proving I'm innocent of my security system. Plus, this backpack has a whole 3 terabytes of security footage embedded with 20 years through all 3 of those hard drives of 3 terabytes and then some, because there's a heck of a lot more in there than just those terabytes, 3 of them that were hooked up to security systems. So if with that all said right there, plus the reason why, let's hear it. If I go even sneeze in my apartment number 2, let me think of her name again, because she was just psychotic. I forgot her name. It's like erased already. Oh, Pamela Hess. During Frances Habiger's passing, let's go before that even. If I were to even sneeze in my apartment with my windows shut, doors shut, locked and everything, she would complain. So she knew everything about me, but yet didn't know if I was, because she knew I wasn't me there that night when Frances Habiger passed on. But she was there all night. Same with Don in apartment 4. He was there all night. Why didn't they call authorities when they heard a disturbance over in apartment 3? Frances, because they knew it wasn't me. They knew that they all, and the authorities in this area, are purposely trying to set me up for someone I knew for 20 years of living there, and he was there just 5 years before I got there, type thing. You're delusional police in this area. Now, Tony Evers, if you do not lock them up for trying to set up an individual for murder, that right there, all that evidence proves that they're trying to get the memory cards in my pocket to disprove me. Hard drives in my backpack to disprove me, which proved every angle, because they had cameras inside my apartment, outside my apartment for 20 years of all the 3 terabytes. For 20 years, it proves I've never broken the law. Inside or outside my apartment. Well, why would I do it anywhere else then? Exactly. So if you do not have these authorities locked up in this area, Tony Evers, you're just as ignorantly supportive of communism of modern times compared to our freedoms and rights. And they're stalking me too. For the last 15 years. With them knowing I've never had a weapon. With them knowing I've never done drugs. And I would walk from that apartment complex of my apartment to town. And whenever I felt like it, whenever I could, day or night. And they would around me all the time. So if you don't arrest them, you're just as communistic as the rest of our government that thinks they're above the citizens, which is the government, which is we the people of democracy. So go ahead, prove that, or get them arrested, because they've been tailing me for no reason lately, and of the past. The other one's already been dismissed, arrested, and told to move on. Well, these ones need to be arrested. So it's either thank you, Tony Evers, or hey, go ahead and prove you're just as communistic as the rest of our government. Toodaloo. Amen. God bless. Live long, prosper, and have a wonderful day or night.